We just got different viewpoints, you and me. That doesn't mean we can't talk. We don't have to be enemies. What's up, guys? Live Friday night. We're gonna wait a little bit. We got some people who may come in tonight. Maybe not. We'll see. But welcome to Friday night chat. Hello, all. One of you, two of you. Guys, if you could hear me, if you could hear my audio and my audio is okay, can you go ahead and hit one? If you would do me that one solid. Up close and personal with liver cheese. What's up, Lynn? How you doing? Did you see me clowning earlier, Lynn? I was getting a little political. Went out to a polling location across the street. You know, I when I went over there, I didn't have any real plans or anything, and I kind of, there was one guy that I could have played off of a little bit, but I didn't. Tomorrow, I'm going to go back and we're going to have a little more fun. I'll be having a sign that says "Vote for Love." Vote for love, or I'll have a sign that says liver cheese 2028. So if you think either of those signs, Lynn, what do you think? Vote for love or liver cheese 2028? Maybe I'll make both of them. Those will be a little conversation starter. People will come over. What do you mean liver cheese 2028? And we'll, because I like a little dialogue. I tried a couple times today to let people hear me, as I was talking to you guys. I talked a little loud, tried to because everybody there didn't want me there. Nobody wanted me there. Vote for love. Okay. I'll do both of them, I think. I'm going to just do a reversible sign. Vote for love. I do have a sign, Lynn, that I took out on an audit a few months back where I went to a church, and it was a sign that somebody painted. Wait, did I paint it? No, I didn't paint it. I picked it up at the bins, and it says "Love is my religion," and it was, nobody messed with me. Who's gonna mess with somebody with a sign that says "Love is my religion"? Yeah, back and front, yes, I can flip it over. I can't be carrying too much stuff. I was out there today, and I wanted to. I had a lot of stuff in my hands, and I couldn't move around freely. We did have one fan stop by. I don't know if you caught that, Lynn. The guy in the truck, he pulled over, and he's like, "Liver cheese." And I thought he was going to pull in, and he was volunteering today, but apparently he wasn't. He was just driving by. I never saw him. So he'll probably be there tomorrow, and we'll talk to him. He's a nice guy. When I was up there 2 years ago, he was there, and we talked a little bit. I didn't really know he was a sub since then. So generally, I'll have people. The way I know he 100% he was a sub was because back then I wasn't calling myself liver cheese. I was just going out and doing audits. Apparently, he's a sub and he's watched me around town because he called me liver cheese. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm hoping that tonight we get in the new sub that we talked to last night. You know what I'm talking about. I told him that I would give him the floor if he wants to come in and talk. And yeah, if he comes in, he comes in. If he doesn't, that's okay too. I'm not going to be mad about it or anything like that. Sometimes you can think you're ready to discuss something, and then the moment comes and you back out. And there's nothing wrong with that at all if he decides to do that. Um, yeah, that was interesting yesterday. I was we were joking around. I really thought that he was just making fun of himself, saying he was ugly. And I kind of wrote him a little bit about that, and I appreciate people who do that for themselves. But then, when I was like, whoa, when I found out something had really happened to his face, I felt horrible about it. But I think he understood. I think he understood that I wasn't, the context of the conversation. Yeah, yeah, the veteran that was in here, Lynn. And I really do wish I could take it live on just my YouTube stream because I go through a thing called StreamYard, and StreamYard sometimes at night is not real good for the channel. Um, at night I get more people when I'm streaming through YouTube, but I don't know how, or even if it's even possible for him to chat with me in here. So I had to do StreamYard tonight. So we might not have a lot of people in here. Hell, we might have to call the whole stream off, Lynn. We'll see. I'll give it a little more time. Some nights are better than others. It's Friday night. I don't know that people are going to show up, and that's okay. I don't get disheartened when it happens like this. It's all right. It's crazy, Lynn. Today I got up to 4,700 subs, and you saw I had conversations with a couple of people, and I told them, hey, if you don't want to be, I was even chatting with somebody that was commenting on all my videos, and I told them, I was like, bro, if you don't like the channel, you don't need to be here. I don't want to make you unhappy every time I come in here. And I still think about those people on the other side. If they come in and I think they're decent people, and I'm beating up on Trumpers or whatever, they think I'm talking about them. I'm not. I'm talking about whoever might be right in front of my face. Mr. and Mrs. B, hello. You're the one I want to talk to. How you doing today? You've been commenting on my videos quite a bit today, Mr. and Mrs. B. You don't seem to think to like what I was talking about today, and I'm just going to reach out to you as a truce right now, Mr. and Mrs. B, and let you know that you know I would rather you hang around, but I understand if you don't. Why would you go to a stream that makes you angry every day? You know what I mean, Mr. and Mrs. B. And also, Mr. and Mrs. B, when I comment on your comments, when I comment back to you, just know that I thank you regardless because you push the channel when you make comments. All right. So if cooler heads have prevailed, I could tell you weren't really happy with a lot of the things. You went to a lot of videos today and commented on at least a couple of them. The live stream from down the road there got taken down. I took it down. Uh, Honestly, I thought it was kind of a boring video, and if it's a boring video, then I'm going to take it down. Tomorrow won't be as boring. I'll be a little more prepared tomorrow. J Wags has your beer. Oh, local Mike 01. How you know about J Wags, Mike? Do you frequent that place? Me, I've never been inside. Uh, in case you don't know, Michael O came in here and he's telling me that I have a beer waiting at the one of the local gay bars. Yeah, unprompted, he comes in and says that on a Friday night. Okay, if you want to call me gay, that don't hurt my feelings at all. It really doesn't hurt my feelings. No, because I'm an ally and I love gay people. I'll protect them to the day I die. Uh, yeah, it was. I just went over there today and I thought, we're not going to get to anybody that's wanting to talk any. And yeah, I felt like people did want to talk a little bit, but it looked like it was getting ready to rain. I'm glad I left. I'm glad I left, guys, because I walked to that. It's right outside my neighborhood, and I went home, and right when I got home, a giant storm came through, and it was really bad. So I left at the right time. Ah, somebody from Russia or Ukraine or somebody. You've never been to a bar, Lynn? Lynn, you're an interesting person. I don't like inciting violence. I don't think I was inciting violence today. Uh, I do remember exchanging a comment with you where you were saying that I was inciting violence, and no, no, I'm telling you what you can expect. It's not inciting violence. It's having eyes and understanding the next steps. When you don't address a problem and you continue to let it fester, then you're going to get violence. You're going to get violence. All I am is the messenger telling you address the situation or there will be violence. Period. That's just common sense. People aren't going to stay under other people's thumbs forever. Eventually, they're going to stand up and say, you know what? I can live better than this. And if you don't listen to it, and you don't listen to those minorities, then guess what? Eventually, it's going to come to your neighborhood. So we're all adults here. We're supposed to be critical thinkers, yet this country does not want to talk about those problems. I want to talk about them because I don't want to see anybody get hurt. But people will be hurt. People will be hurt. All right, she's not going to talk, or he's not going to talk. Apparently, they're a family. Probably somebody local, probably an old high school buddy or something who thinks I've wasted my life, and that's okay. That's okay. I have a lot of enemies in this area, a whole lot of them. Another one's not going to mean anything to me. Hey, guy, I wish I could read your comments here, but I can't. I don't speak Russian. So, what is your plan to stop the hatred and make us all get along? I don't know. I mean, you're that. There's no answer to that because you're always going to have one segment of the population that doesn't want to get along. They want to live on their own terms with their own people. They don't want any other people around them except people who look just like them. So, those people you can't reason with. So, you know, like I say every day, all you can really do is if somebody's not ready to talk about those things or not ready to seriously discuss it, then you walk away from them and you find somebody who is willing to talk about it. And that's the whole reason, a few of you guys have given me real grief lately about talking about, if you come onto my platform and you're saying really negative things towards gay people, black people, minorities, I don't care who it is. You're saying all these negative things. You just expect me to read your comments. Well, I figured I decided the last week I'm not going to do that anymore. I don't have to do that. I don't have to give you a platform. I've grown my channel. I love my viewers, and they have to put up with you trolls in the daytime. Believe it or not, some of my subs come in the daytime and they actually want to talk to me. And I've told you guys many times, daytime's for trolls. They come in, they drive the channel. Some of them jump on and sub. Some of them are afraid to do that. But at the end of the day, I've decided if you want to come on to my channel, which I built, and that I don't have to give you a platform. Period. End of story. This is America. If you want to come in here and you're on the opposite side, but you can stay a civil person and not talk shit about black people or gay people, then you're welcome in here. It's a very simple thing. And I talk to you guys all the time about the numbers and how I want to keep the channel alive and I want to keep the channel growing. But at the end of the day, what it comes down to is I want quality in here. I don't want people who are going to come in here every day and try to talk shit to me or talk shit to somebody else because they have a difference of opinion. If you want to come in and you every now and then you want to spar a little bit, that's okay. That's okay. But it should never be a mission every day to come in here and try to piss on my platform. It's a simple thing. I do not want to become a troll on your channel. I want to find out how to solve the problems. Can you help us solve the problems? Just talk. Continue to talk. Talk in a way that you don't, you don't have to call others names. You don't have to come in here and say, "Oh, your beer's waiting at J-Wags." Some nights I might laugh at that. You guys have seen it. I'm a pretty self-depreciating guy. I will make fun of myself when I do dumb stuff. But I'm not going to be cornered by people telling me, "Oh, you're not fair. You say you want to be kind, but you're not being kind to these people." I don't have to. I'm kind to people who deserve kindness. All right, that's my choice. That's my choice. Every now and then I'll take on a troll and try to bring them into the fold, but I just don't want to waste a lot of time on that anymore. There's too much work to do. Too much work to do. The message has to be loud and proud because we're coming down to some times, and we're coming into some really scary times. And I'm here to tell you, I don't think you need to be scared. I really think that we're going to be okay. I think November is going to be a strong showing for sanity, and we'll move forward from there. We'll have the checks in place. Right now, we have nobody checking this man's power. This man does whatever the fuck he wants to do because Democrats have no spines. So if you came in here and you think you're going to be talking to a Democrat and I'm going to be spewing Democrat propaganda, you're wrong. You're wrong because I'm that close to being done with Democrats. Until Democrats can realize how to win, and until Democrats don't every time an election cycle comes around, you'll hear all these great ideas, but then as the election comes closer, the Dems will get together and say, we need to get more moderate to get votes. We need to be more moderate. No, that ain't how you win an election. That ain't how Trump won an election, and you ain't ever going to win another election by adopting moderate candidates who are just going to go do the same exact thing that they've all done in the past. The 1%, yes, come together to fight against the people who are in charge. The people who are in charge of the entire planet are the billionaires. And we have one on top that is the most notoriously disgusting piece of shit I've ever seen in my life. Well, besides one other. Notorious, disgusting piece of shit. Um, and I mean, guys, you can come in here and you can call me a radical. I ain't a radical. I ain't a radical. I've just got eyes. I know what works and what doesn't work. And the last 50 years in this country has not worked. It has not worked. We taxed our billionaires 90%, anything over $500,000 in the 50s, and it built the largest, best middle class in America. And then we got away from it in the 80s because people wanted to talk about trickle down, and trickle downs had 50 years to work, and it hadn't worked. So what do you do when you have a system that hasn't worked for 50 years? You blow that fucking system up. And that's what's getting ready to happen. And the Democrats, if they don't get on board, then the Democrats will be no more. Because unlike the red side, we don't have a loyalty towards this party. We have eyes. If the party is saying one thing and doing another, we will take our votes and we will vote independent. And we can leave the Democrats behind in the past because they don't want to do anything. So, balls in your court, Democrats. Balls in your court. Everybody bows to him. Everybody that gets involved with the government always has problems because they have to pick sides. The hell with picking sides. There's a hell of a lot more of us than there is of them. So yeah, I mean, hey, Frank, you're preaching to the choir here tonight, brother, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I like to hear that. Sometimes I feel like I'm crazy. You know, I feel like, does anybody have any common sense today? So thank you for that, Frank. Frank Drake, thank you for jumping in and adding that wonderful comment. Yep, it's going to happen over and over and over again. Yes, and we just keep doing the same thing. What's up? Not sure. How you doing? Not sure. What was the comment you made today? I like turtles too. Not sure. Not sure is pretty funny, man. He came in today and on one of my comment sessions that I had with Mr. and Mrs. B, and I think that he thought that it was getting a little too hot or whatever, and he threw up, "I like turtles." Don't think I don't notice that. Not sure, and don't think I don't understand what you're doing, and I appreciate it. I like turtles too, brother. The U.S. is the wealthiest country in human history. Your economic system seems to work very well. There's a reason so many people want to move there. No, that's not true. That's not true. That's all. That's all smoke and mirrors. It's all smoke and mirrors. We are a very rich country with a lot of people in it who aren't rich at all. We're a rich country where the majority of the people can barely survive. That's what we are, and we're sick of it. Hey, this country allowed him to become a trillionaire communist country. Never, you know what? We're going to look back on this time, and we're going to honestly, we're going to look back on this moment in history, and there are going to be a lot of people in the future who are going to question why the fuck wasn't anybody doing anything about this guy. It's our Nazi Germany moment. As a kid, I look back and when I saw the first images of you know the crematorium and the Jewish people piled bodies piled on top of one another. I remember as a kid being shocked and disgusted by that. And I also remember wondering out loud how the world allowed that shit to happen. Well, we know today how the world allowed that shit to happen because we're going through it again. Mods muted me today. No big deal. I didn't even think I had any mods in there, not sure. Who muted you? Which mod? I said, it wasn't me. What you fail to realize is the politicians dole out just enough money to keep people from going to work, and that makes them just happy enough to sit on their ass. vote for them and keep everybody accepts money from the government and everybody else enjoys money from the government. I've never taken a dime from the government, Frank. I did one time, actually, just one time. I had to take unemployment for less than a month while my the place I worked for went through a flood, and I wanted to stay with them. That's the only time I've ever taken a cent from our government. Yeah, nobody wants to do anything. Total net worth of the Vatican, the Holy See, and its central governing bodies is estimated to be between $10 billion and $30 billion. Yeah. The thing that amazes me is just the hypocrisy that's out there. You know, nobody, everybody is so focused on Iran over there. Nobody wants to talk about Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, fuck Saudi Arabia. Okay. Saudi Arabia don't give a damn about us. They don't care nothing about us. They're taking our events. They're taking the WWE, has WrestleMania going to the Saudis. So it's a double fuck you. It's a fuck you to Saudi Arabia and it's a fuck you to the WWE. They don't care about us. 9 of the 11 hijackers that took down those Twin Towers were born and raised in Saudi Arabia. Yet here we are, Trump trying to make Saudi Arabia a nuclear power. And people are just standing around like it's not a fucking a big deal. No, it's a very big deal. Yeah, so even you took money from the government, that's hypocrisy. No, I took my money, bitch. My money. Okay? A safety net and things like unemployment, I pay for. I pay for that shit, Frank. So don't you come in here and tell me I can't go after my own money that I put into the system. I absolutely will, and you're not going to make me feel bad about it because I took 2 checks from the government when my fucking work was closed down because of a motherfucking flood. Are you being serious right now, Frank? Are you being a serious individual right now? Do you really want to take me on about this? Back down. Back down right now. Well, you took money, so you're a hypocrite. No, I took money from what's called a safety net. Guys, do you not understand that we put a lot of money into our fucking system to protect others, to protect other? I know it's mind boggling to other people out there to have any empathy towards people who might be struggling in their lives. That's what a safety net is. A safety net. Now, if I'm gaming the system, Frank, then you can come in here and you can talk to me all day about taking money from the government. All right. We are absolutely 100% a socialist nation. We always have been and we always will be. And if you don't like that word, then move the fuck away. We want to take care of our sick. We want to take care of our poor because it makes us a stronger nation as a whole. If you can't get on that, then you need to move to another country. America is a melting pot. Let's also talk about the way people get into the country. Let's talk about how in the early 1900s, you just took a boat over, signed your name, and you said, I'm coming from a country that they're persecuting me for my religion. Okay, boom, stamp, you're an American. Yeah, that's how easy it was back in the early 1900s. So this theory out there that your great grandparents and people who immigrated over here by boat did everything correct and it was a huge struggle for them, it's a false narrative. There was no struggle for them. They came over, they said, I want to be an American, my country treats me poorly, and we welcomed them with open arms. That's what happened in the early 1900s. Another thing I want to talk on before we go any further is this bullshit narrative that red hats are trying to push on the American people about whatever the fuck is going on over in Spain. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck what's going on over in Spain. I don't give a damn. I don't care about them, and I don't care what's going on over in Iran and Israel. I don't care. We have problems right here in this country. And you're trying to tell me that I need to be worried because there's people going across the border over there in Spain. What are you, fucking stupid? Do you think people can swim across the motherfucking ocean? You're not going to do this. You're not going to plant this new boogeyman and think that you're going to steal an election because you're trying to scare the fuck out of all Americans. I ain't scared. I ain't scared of it, and I ain't falling for your bullshit propaganda shenanigans. Understand that. This country ain't under attack by Muslims. This country ain't under attack by anybody except billionaires who cannot wait to come over here and take all of our monies because we're such dumb fucks. Stop being a dumb fuck. Stop being a billionaire ball licker. Open up your fucking eyes and say, this is enough. I've had enough. I'm done with it. When you get that angry, that's when the change is going to occur. Until then, continue to live your life thinking that it's not going to affect you in any way. It's going to affect you. Tyrants in an office will affect you, because the minute you don't toe the line and agree with 100% of everything this fucking clown says, he's going to bury you. What does that say about his character? And these jokes that make $30,000, $40,000 a year want to protect their white man because they think he's going to give them some of their money. And it's pathetic. Should do better as a human being. All right, is my guy here tonight? Frank, there is no solution, bro. Frank, are you one of the anti-maskers? Are you one of these people who think that if something is not 100% effective, that it's not fucking worth doing? Please tell me, Frank, that you have more sense than that, right? Please tell me you aren't one of the selfish ones who, acted like your world was ended because you were forced to wear a piece of fucking cloth over your fucking mouth. Are you kidding me? How old are you, Frank? How old are you, Frank? Sometimes we got to do things that are uncomfortable for the betterment of other people. Frank. Tax millionaires on all loans and money transfers and holdings. AJ? What's up, AJ? How you doing, brother? What you doing? How you doing tonight, man? What's up, Sam Chicken Sandwich? How are you doing? Frank wants me to solve the world's fucking problems, guys. What do I tell Frank? What do I tell Frank? He thinks that there should be some magic bullet that cures racism and homophobia. No matter what I do, it will not change a goddamn thing. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, Frank. I think you're more powerful. I think we as individuals are a lot more powerful than we think we are. Every day that you go out, you make a change. If you decide, watch liver cheese at the zoo. Watch liver cheese out in fucking public. Watch the way I stir up and start conversations with complete and total strangers and how wonderful those conversations go. Frank, that's what you can do. That's all you need to do. Be a wonderful human being. Don't go out every day angry at the motherfucking world. Go out with a little hope in your eyes and a little curiosity. Reach out to people you wouldn't normally talk to, have a little conversation. Watch the magic that happens, Frank. Frank, we're not powerless. We're not. Be a good human being, and you're helping more people than you ever realize. Good, chicken. I'm glad you're doing good. Tell them to vote. Do you like furries? I don't have a problem with furries. That's a good question. Who said that? Solve world hunger. Eat more vegetables. Theme park updates UK. Theme park updates. I love everything about your name. I hope you go ahead and sub the channel, bro. I'm a huge theme park guy. We don't talk about roller coasters in here very much, but I'd like to. I'd like to start talking about those things because I've always had a passion for theme parks and roller coasters. Currently, I'm designing a 80s themed theme park on Roller Coaster Tycoon, which I am gonna once I finish it, I'm gonna take all my viewers into, and we're gonna walk around in the park. We're gonna ride the roller coasters. We're gonna laugh at the names of the rides. You know, it's a cozy simulator kind of thing. I want people to come in here and relax and find their childlike wonder, which we talk about quite a bit in here. But as far as do I like furries, I don't have any problem with furries. If people want to dress up and as bears and you know animals, tigers and lions and stuff, and I got no problem with that. I think it's kind of cool. I think we need more people in costume. Uh, as far as the sexual stuff, I don't know what goes on with all that. I just don't have any issues with furries. I'll say that. Um, and when you get tired of listening to your effing mouth, they will just lock you up and throw you away, and you'll just be another nobody. It's dangerous, Frank. You're not wrong there, man. If you get on the wrong side of the law, I mean, we have many people in this group who understand that. Um, yeah, they don't like truth tellers. Truth tellers in 2026, you're in danger. But I'm here to tell you, continue to press forward. Continue to press forward. Just wait to eat until after the rides. Trump is a scumbag pedophile. This is about it. Decide that the earth and its bounty should be shared among all 8 billion people. Yeah. Well, I really don't like the thing that's going on in Spain because I know what's going to happen. I know the little brains are out there right now. Trump had a meeting today, a cabinet meeting. It's no coincidence. They all got together, and he understands this Spain thing, what it looks like, all the videos, what it looks like, and he's going to try to use that. He's going to try to use that to scare the fuck out of Americans, and I ain't going to be scared. I ain't going to be afraid. You ain't fooling me again. No, 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 not again. This election will not be about the videos that you want to put up about what's going on in a foreign fucking country that has nothing to do with us. You want it to be that, but we're not going to allow it to be that. What this election is going to be on is the fact that you will not hold, you never held pedophiles accountable. You protect your billionaire pedophile buddies. And yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Coming after the billionaires going to tax them. That's a winning message. You could throw whatever other message you want to throw. You can try to make people as scared as possible. I'm going to be out there telling people not to be scared. I'm going to be counteracting any message that you have of fear, because we're all over the fear. We're all over the fucking fear. The only thing we need to fear are the billionaires up top. That's the people we need to fear, because they control everything, and they control you by telling you how much money you can and can't have. Theme park, I don't think it's even arguable. I think that book's already written. We're just waiting for it to find its place in the history books. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Geez, Frank, chill out. I know what you're saying, AJ. AJ, you always remind me millionaires. Look, man, AJ, I'm just going with billionaires, because if you say millionaires, you're really going to scare the little brains, because they think that, oh, Well, I can be a millionaire, but I can't now because they're going to come after all my stuff and tax it. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give them that. I'm going to focus on billionaires. I want to focus on corporations and billionaires. We can talk about millionaires later. Do they need to be taxed more? Absolutely. But I also am not going to scare the shit out of all of them. I think we need to focus on one enemy at a time. And the number one enemy is anybody who would call himself a billionaire in 2026. You're an enemy to the entire planet. Well, except for about 30% of America who thinks they're going to be billionaires like you one day because they're not very bright. What are you doing down there? That's a weird place for you to be. You usually don't come down here. I'm talking to my dog Rue. No, Beagle. Just because I started using the dog voice, don't mean that you can come over. There are not enough billionaires to make a real difference. I love you, brother. I agree with you, brother. But you're one of the first people that they will come after and shut the fuck and shut. Yeah, and hey, Frank, I've said it 100 times on this show. If they want to martyr me, let them come martyr me. You come martyr me. My body of work speaks for itself. I'm a peaceful man who says things that terrible people don't like. So if you want to come put a bullet in Liver Cheese's head and you want to martyr me, then that's your own business. What's up, Battles? Battle it on, sister. Oh, is Rick A in here? I didn't even see Rick A's in here. Rick A, a reason why my country is so bad is the petrol prices because of Trump. And he's in the UK. So see, it affects other people worldwide. See, that's what the little brains don't understand. They think that Trump can go around tearing shit down and it's in the world's largest economy and it's not going to affect other people around the world. Guess what? It is affecting other people around the world. Trump. Drummer man, no, not at all. They're nothing but thank you for the hearts. You're the best, Casey. You know that. What's up, Jen Jen? You ain't missing too much. A lot of political nonsense. Hadn't had any real fun yet. I'm waiting on our guy from yesterday. If he wants to come in and talk. Do any of you guys want to come in and talk in the meantime? The sad thing is, most all these billionaires in the next 10 years are going to be billionaires because their mommies and daddies left them the money. Yeah, yeah. Everybody thinks Elon Musk is this amazing, fantastic, wonderful person. No, he's an antisocial piece of shit, is what he is. Who inherited a jade mine. A jade mine. Elon Musk inherited a jade mine. But no, let's all act like we can all be Elon Musk. Elon Musk, who couldn't even take care of his own damn kids to the point where one of them had a sex change, and then now Elon wants to blame everybody on the planet that is right of killing the homeless or that is left of killing the homeless. Wants to blame all those people, and he's got all this money to come after those people. Who are those people? He thinks it's 70% of Americans. That's who those people are. That's who Elon Musk thinks are the enemy. 70% of Americans. And he comes in with this giant chainsaw and quarter-inch cock. Weirdest video I've ever seen. Him rolling that chainsaw around, trying to be cool, making those stupid noises. Woo! I'm tired of seeing old white men. Tired of it. Tired of old white men. If you're an old white man in here, I love you. But I'm tired of seeing these fucking idiots on TV who think they want to tell everybody else how to live their lives while they continuously drain our wallets. I've had enough. And I want you guys to have had enough. I have suggested disposal of toxic waste and carbon via disposable rockets launched at the sun. No one like Musk has stepped up to back the idea. Crispy bacon. I'm sorry, but you're just an old yeah. Drake. Frank, that's not the way you respond, brother. Thank you for the $10 super chat, Crispy Bacon. That's amazing. Crispy Bacon. Crispy Bacon, you won't try to take your $10 back if I tell you honestly that I kind of like my bacon not crisp. But my wife, she has to have it crisp as hell. She wants it, if it ain't crisp, she don't want to have nothing to do with it. I'm okay with bacon either way, but I prefer it a little not. It can be crunchy. I just don't want it to fall apart into like 10 pieces when I take a bite of it. I don't know, Todd. You tell me. You tell me what we're supposed to do. Chris, that's awesome, man. It's very nice. I appreciate it, brother. I don't get a lot of super chats, and when I do get them, I wanna give you time. So, Chris, if you got any questions for me or anything, man, I will focus on you. What up, Hank? How you doing? Todd, I wish I knew, man. I think I told Frank earlier. The only thing we can really do right now is just go out every day and try to be a kind person. Talk to people. You could brighten somebody's day and not even know it. My lady at the zoo that I sing with, she looks for me now. I got a few people at the zoo who look for me now. They don't look for me now because I'm an asshole. They look for me now because when they see me there and I come up to them, I'm showing them positivity and I'm showing them love. That's why they look for me. They wouldn't be hunting me down to sing a song with liver cheese if I was an asshole. So don't be an asshole. You play both fields? I hear that, Crispy Bacon. What's your favorite bacon, Crispy Bacon? Crispy Bacon, what's your favorite bacon? Is it Wright? Do you like Wright bacon? I'm going to try to read you theme park. I couldn't read it. My chat's being weird. Hang on. Or what I can see is being weird. All right, here we go. Can you please put your mic really close to your mouth and blow into it? What? That's weird, theme park. There. Who we got? Would be nice if somebody with the means tried something big like that. I must have missed what you were talking about. I don't know. Christians need to stand up. Who do Christians need to stand up? Who do Christians need to stand up to, Chris? Let them know you got your time. You put your super chat in. I want to hear your opinion. I'm giving the floor to Crispy Bacon. Man, bacon is all in all, bacon. Thumbs up. I don't know that I've ever had a time where I didn't think bacon was pretty good. My dogs think so too. Beagle, do you like bacon? She's looking at me like, of course I like bacon, Daddy. Juicy Juice. Juicy Juice was on sale at Kroger this week. In case you're wondering why a grown man is drinking Juicy Juice, trying to drink a little healthier, you know, trying not to have as much caffeine. So keeping these around the house is a good thing. I also do the Kool-Aid things, the little Kool-Aid coolers or whatever. But I like the Juicy Juice particularly because it has more in it. You actually feel like you're not, Feels like there's a little more. It's 100% juice. It's a little more expensive. A little bit out of my price range generally, but it was on sale, so I splurged. All right, I'm way behind. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna try to keep up. If I miss anything, don't hold it personally. Being kind is key. Absolutely, I think that's the key to everything. Ripple effect. Yeah, Jen. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And you don't see it always, you know. I don't see the results of that all the time. Now, every now and then I'll have somebody come up, hey man, I love your channel, I love your stuff, and that's great. But well, what am I talking about? I love that. It happens so rarely in public. Um, but if you're kind to people in public, you never know. You know, you might need help one day, and this person who you were just randomly kind to and they were having a terrible day, they remembered your interaction, they remember your face, and they want to reach out and help you if you're in a bad situation. You know, it happens. Oh, Hank, that's cool. Good, Hank. Hank says he's close to being a millionaire. I worked hard in the oil business to get where I am. Good, good. I'm glad you're one of the few Americans who don't have to worry about money, Hank. Good, man. You miss Jimmy Carter, the Peanut Man. It's not weird. It makes a really good sound. Is that it? Jimmy Carter was such a decent guy. Yeah, but a worthless president. AJ, I'm not going to disagree with that, man. Jimmy Carter had a great heart. He had a great heart. He wanted to do the right things. He was a little too kind at the time to be president. I think. I don't know. I'd like to have another Jimmy Carter. I think we need somebody that focuses on people. But you're right. I mean, but it wasn't his fault. A lot of it wasn't his fault. Fisher's bacon is the best and it's cheap. Todd letting us all know, giving us that bacon knowledge. I'll be on the lookout for that, Todd. I know right bacon's kind of expensive. You know, sometimes you can get it on sale for like $10 or whatever. It's good bacon though, real thick. Uh, stand up for what? Christianity needs to stand up to all other religions. Why? Why, crispy bacon? What? No, 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 crispy. Come on, man. Nobody wants to hurt you. Nobody wants to hurt you. Don't buy into it, man. There's a lot more. I'm going to defend a lot of Christians and a lot of Muslims right now. Okay, um, a religion's not meant. No religion is meant to hurt other people. You know that if you're a Christian and follow Jesus Christ, crispy bacon, you understand that it's about loving your neighbor. Um, now, I do understand that there's one religion that's been demonized in the press for uh, going on what at least 60 years. Uh, and I've known a lot of Muslims, and every Muslim I've ever known, none of them had any problems at all with Christians. So, crispy, you got to be careful not to fall into a false narrative. Okay, they want us fighting culture wars. The last thing I will ever do is raise a weapon to another individual based off of religion. I will just. It's never going to happen. Never going to happen. I bet you didn't know it, crispy bacon. I'm agnostic, but I also understand that if as long as you got to a good place in your life, if you got it through Christianity, I'm happy for you, and that's the reason why I'm letting you share your message on here. I really don't think that we need to get all into this whole holy war shit. because we have too many people hating on each other right now. You need to find that place of love. Read up on Jesus, get back to that place of love, and understand that Jesus didn't want us fighting each other over religion. Thank you for giving me the time to say that, Crispy Bacon. I appreciate your comment. I appreciate your super chat. And thank you for allowing me to respond to it without getting angry about it. Okay? Christians are the most free group. They hurt the most. Bacon's overrated. Uh-oh. Clinton was a decent president, but a despicable person. Bacon is overrated. British food is the best in the world. I've heard now theme. I'm not going to push you too far too hard on that one because but in America we think that our food's the best. And the reason we think that is because most of it's unhealthy. So, you have more taste, but you also have more fat asses. Wow, I'm being mean tonight. No, I get what you're saying. If I was raised in the UK and I wasn't used to having all the crap that they feed us over here all the time, I would probably love British food too. But if you come from America to the UK and you know how a lot of Americans are. Our country's the best. There ain't a better country than ours with everything. I've never been one of those kind of people. I'd love to try your breakfast. Because from what I understand, UK's breakfast with the beans and everything, and the blood sausage and all that needs to be tried. And I'm just not a very adventurous eater, but I think I will make it a point to try a UK breakfast. I've heard so many people tell me that it's very good. Maybe time for Christians to learn to follow the actual teachings of Jesus and not hate. There you go. There you go. That's a simple thing, right? Applewood smoked is the best. Hamster time. How you doing? It's wonderful. LOL. LOL. The British have given up their country. Is Kroger's store in the United States? Yes, we do have Kroger's. I go to Kroger. I was actually about to tell you a Kroger story. Let me get to the end of the comments and I'll tell you my real quick Kroger story. Prophecy has made clear where Christianity will end up. Sadly, all the things suggested in this thread would defy God. All right. Oh, there's a whole bunch of Christian talk, a whole bunch of talk about religion. I'm going to skip past it. I'm not going to read it all right now because I want to share a real quick story with you. We're going to try to flip it a little bit. I really don't want to get bogged down in semantics tonight about religion. It's been one of those days, kind of a very political day, and I'm ready to call it a day. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to reach out to all my fellow Americans and UKians and swap some stories, maybe have a little bit of fun. My dogs are getting rambunctious because they haven't been fed yet. Okay, so as far as Kroger goes, I gotta say something, guys. I gotta say something real quick. You guys see me, and you know that I care about value, and I try to show you things that may save you a little bit of money. a lot with food, and you probably wonder why are you always going to fast food places and talking about food? And well, look, man, I'm a hustler. Okay, if I can, wherever I can eat the cheapest, that's where I'm going to eat. And I'm damn good at finding good deals. And I'm going to share a story with Kroger. I really don't want to blow this up because I don't want to blow up my spot. But I want to be fair. And I always told you I would be fair and honest if I found something that could help you out a little bit. And then we'll talk about Sonic. Okay, Kroger. I found out today. I've been, look, hey. So guys, you've seen me. You've seen me when I go in a grocery store. You've gone in with me. And you know that I love these little yellow tags. I love that. I'm always looking for these. Usually you got to go through the bakery or the deli. That's where you'll find this stuff. And I'm going to teach you, if you're disciplined enough, I'm going to teach you how to eat for very cheap. Okay? Here's what you got to do. This is a $4 item normally. See that? $3.99. What is it anyway? It's a lemon mini bundt cake. I know you guys want to see me attempt to eat this. It ain't happening. This would when I eat this, I will be completely on my own, by myself, probably over a sink, looking like a rat. And this will be tragic. So you're not going to see me eat this with this. But the point is, I go into Kroger quite often because I'm looking for pre-prepared, prepackaged meals. I know a lot of people out there, or you're in a situation where, maybe you're taking care of an elderly person, or maybe you're, just trying to save a little bit of money, and you don't want to have to cook an entire home cooked meal. So, I go look for the pre-cooked stuff that's over there in their deli, and you find it like this all the time. And the reason you find it like this all the time is because kids are starting to not be able to afford it. This is a $4 cupcake. Okay. It's a $4 cupcake. I would never pay $4 for a cupcake unless I knew it was going to be amazing. This one I paid $1.60 for. I would pay more for a Hostess pack of Hostess Twinkies at the store. Now, but I have more info on these, okay? Because I've gone in there. I've been trying to go in Kroger daily to try to figure out when exactly they start printing these labels out for this food, that they think it's going bad in a day or two, so they mark it down. I found out today or yesterday. No, it was today. I found out today. I've been talking to people in Kroger's, not trying to make a big deal out of it. I've been trying to figure out exactly when they go through the deli and they pull their food that may be 1 or 2 days away from, them throwing it out, and mark it down. And I found out when they do it, at least at the Kroger I'm at, they do it in the morning. She told me they do it always before 9 a.m. And I told her, I was like, thank you very much. You probably just saved me a shit ton of money this year, because I will be doing a lot of shopping just like this. Now that I know, because usually if you come in later in the day, all that shit's gone. Let me tell you what else I got today. Besides just this, I got a full rack of ribs from Kroger, fully cooked, full rack of ribs for $6. Yes. So you can find the value out there if you really want to hustle. But if you don't, I get that too. It takes a little time. All right. Now, let's talk about Sonic. I've been wanting to talk about Sonic. This little topic that I'm going to bring up to you real quick. It's been in the back of my head, and I've thought about it, and I've told my wife I'm going to share it with you guys, and we'll talk about it. But it's one of those things that hadn't been on the front of my mind, because, when you're talking about racial strife and people stealing elections and shit, some things just seem more important. But let's talk about Sonic. Sonic. Look, guys, all you greedy ass corporations out there that are doing your little tricks, your little tips, trying to save yourself, your corporation, some money so you can buy another yacht. Your days of doing that are about numbered. My wife called me up today. She went to lunch, and she told me, have you made a video about when you go into these places that you order food online and they expect you to tip? And not only that, they have it right in front of the employee. Yeah, you walk into a place where you ordered something online. Nobody did shit for you. You drove to the place, you walked inside, and they expect you to tip them. No. You didn't deliver the food for me. You prepared the food for me, but I paid for it. So, it's another way for a company to try to humiliate you. How embarrassing is that, man? I can't tell you the amount of times I've been down to the Subway right down here. and I get whatever I get, whatever I get. I get up and I go to pay, and this thing pops up, and it's got a tip thing for the people there, and it's embarrassing because I ain't tipping them. Why would I tip them? They work in a restaurant. They didn't come to my table, take my order, or any of that stuff. And it's not because I'm a mean person, but it's because I know why they do what they do. They do that shit so they don't have to pay their employees more money. All right. We're all on the same page with that, right? That's bullshit that they do that. Okay, well, let's talk about Sonic. Sonic, let me tell you something about you that you might not know. All right. There's a lot of people out there who they think Sonic's pretty good. They pass it by and they're like, yeah, let's stop at Sonic. But then you remember, oh, we got to tip them. You don't have to tip them, first off. They do bring the food out to you. I am more apt to tip at Sonic because they're bringing the food out to us. But let's get down to the story. Sonic used to have a button that you could press after you ordered online through them. It was a little button that said keep the change. So if you had something that cost $11.01 and you hit keep the change, then whoever the server is, when you go and you pull into the Sonic, they're going to get that 99 cents. They got rid of that button. They got rid of the keep the change button. And now when you go to pay, they pop up a thing that says starting at 10%. You no more keep the change. If I worked at Sonic, I'd be pissed off about that because you're losing money. You're losing money. You may think, but Sonic wants to tell their employees, oh, well, we're taking that away because for these jackasses that tip 25 cents. Well, guess what? Those jackasses that only tip 25 cents, they ain't tipping you nothing now. So you lost that money. You lost that money. And when I'm at Sonic now and I see that, it really burns my beans. It's not cool. It's a little thing that they do, a little fucking thing that they do to try to get us as Americans to pay their employees more so that they don't have to, and the employees will stay there and be happy. I think it was a dumb move by Sonic. Put that damn button back. Put the keep the change button back. Now you're wanting me to press other buttons. Oh, should I tip them 10%, 15%, 20%? How about this? I ain't tipping you shit. You're making me do all this work when all I had to do was press a button. Keep the change. 50 cents an order adds up, bro. 25 cents an order adds up. By the end of the day, you're sitting there with a good amount of money. But no, Sonic thinks you should pay more. So they take that button away to make our lives a little more challenging. So we see what you do. And not only that, Sonic, I called you out. I called you out a couple of months ago because your little squirts that you put in your drinks, that's a whole new thing. This dirty drinks. Everybody wants a squirt of cream in their drink. That's a new fad. Everybody wants some drink that's got fucking coconut and wild berry and fucking twigs and shit in it. So Sonic saw that, like every other restaurant, and jumped on it. And they're charging you a lot more for a drink with a squirt in it. They used to charge you like 20 cents for a squirt of any other flavor in your drink. Now they're charging you 50 cents. I see everything. You giant, greedy ass fucking corporations. I see everything. And I will always call you out when you do that bullshit. Twigs and berries. I don't know. I started rolling there, and this shit was just flying out of my mouth. Twigs and berries. Guys, Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. You still there? I knocked my beagle actually came over and did something, and it knocked the screen down. Okay. Do you think I should buy a Gibson guitar for $9,000 or $12,000? Same part. Do you have the money? Is it discretionary income? If it's discretionary income and it will make you happy and it will make you an overall better person and it will make you, if it's you're following a dream or something of yours, then I would tell you absolutely go spend that money on that guitar. You go spend that money on that guitar, buddy. We only get one go round. We only get one go round. And if you're talking about a guitar, you're automatically talking about creating music, and that perks my ears up automatically because everybody should create something. So yes, absolutely. If that's a guitar you had your eyes on for years, or you have the discretionary income for it, absolutely, go nuts. Take care of yourself. Maybe you'll write the next big song and become famous. Corporations have trained us that their profits are all that matters, from the prices to what they pay, and people swallow it whole. Exactly, Sim Racing Central. You get it. Thank you very much for that one. I have the money, but I could buy a car instead. Well, do you need the car? I mean, do you have reliable transportation now, theme park? Because if you have, I mean, if the car that you have right now is pretty dependable, then I'm trying to push you into buying that guitar. You came to the wrong person, man. I've been all about music all my life. If you ask me, should I do something to be creative? I'm going to tell you, hell yes. Hell yes, do something that's going to make you creative. Because we ain't got creativity anymore. We got a bunch of dunces walking around. So yes, buy that guitar, write the next huge hit, write a big protest song. I use buses. Oh yeah, well you have an actual transportation system over there in the United States of America. I don't know if you've ever been over here, theme park, but it's a fucking travesty. Our public transit around here, and now you couldn't even build public transit. You couldn't build public transit in 2026. You couldn't build a light rail or anything like that because you got one side screaming and complaining, that thinking that somebody's going to get a benefit from it that they don't have. It'll be a red hat out in the middle of motherfucking Wyoming who don't want his money going to a nationwide light rail because he's going to have to get up off his ass to see the benefits. We got a lot of nasty people around here who don't want to have no empathy, and they don't care if you don't have a way that you can get to and from work. Yet they will pile on top of your ass because you're not working. Yeah, it's crazy times, man. Crazy times. Everybody attacking the poor. They think a public transit system means you got to be poor. Oh, that's for poor people. No, that's for smart people in smart countries. Ain't nobody coming after your car. You can have your car, you big baby. Nobody wants your car. Relax. If we had a damn public transit system around here, we would be much better off as a country because people could actually travel to meet people in other states and realize, oh shit, my little red bubble that I have around here, oh, America's not like that at all. So it's twofold how it hurts us not having a good public transit system. So I'm glad you've got one over there. I don't like my Fender. My current guitar is a Strat. That's okay. It's okay. You got your favorites. LOL. Then you're already playing the best. LOL. Protest against Israel. Nah, man. That's the last thing I'd ever protest against, bro. I got to believe in something to protest it, Chris. I mean, I appreciate your suggestion, but why would I do that? I have a sign that says "Love is my religion." That's the only protesting I do that has anything to do with religion. My sign that says "Love is my religion." That's the furthest you're gonna see me. However, I do have a question for you guys. I shouldn't be telling you this because if I do it, I would like it to be a surprise. I'm going to show you an actual text chain that I had with my wife today. I was perusing YouTube, checking out the content, seeing what, you know, trying to always get ideas as to what kind of content we can add here. And something happened, and I have an idea, and it's a very immature idea, but I want to run it past you guys. All right, here it is. I told her, I said, hope you're doing okay, baby. We miss you. I'm talking about the dogs. The babies are scared because it's storming. Earlier today, it started storming after I got back from the protest, and the dogs all piled up on me. It was lovely. And then she put, miss y'all too. Remind them they have each other so they don't have to be afraid. That's the way we talk about our dogs. They're like kids to us. We talk about them like they're kids because they are. Uh, and then I told her I'd snuggled them for her, because they were scared, and she said thank you. And 422, this is an actual chat right here. Can't show you too much. Um, I out of the blue sent her a text, and she had to be thinking, "What the hell's the matter with my husband?" I sent her a text that said, "I'm really thinking seriously about making a farting in church video." That's what I sent her out of nowhere. Now imagine you're a wife and your husband who does a little YouTube stuff sends you that text, and you've never talked about doing anything like that before. I'm really thinking seriously about making a farting in church video. And then you know what her response was? I can't handle this ridiculousness right now. And I told her, I said, LOL, no one has done it. There's no content creators who have done that. Don't steal my idea. Don't steal my idea. That's my idea. There's a great video out there. Look it up, man. There's like a top 5 farts in churches. Farts are funny. And my wife, when she called me, she said, "What are you, like 3?" I said, "Yeah, I am 3." She told me, she said, "If you do something like that, I don't want to know anything about it. You do it yourself secretively." So I told her I would do that. If I decided to do that video, she will not know about it. You guys will know about it, but there's some real funny content to be had there because church is such a serious place. And there's a video that says top 5 farts in churches. Do me a favor and look that short up. You'll see what I'm talking about. There's content to be mined here. Uh, how I go about it, that's a different story. Clearly, I'm not going to get myself in any kind of trouble or anything. But we'll see what happens. Cabbage and brats the night before, washed down with a couple of beers. That'll get some reactions. No, I was talking about having a fart machine. I'm not going to go in and actually, try to work one in and rip it. I'm not that brave. Fart machine. Bacon protest war, my friend. Crispy bacon protest war, my friend. I don't. IDF and Israel government are bad for sure, but people of Israel not necessarily. But yeah, I agree with where you're coming from. Go to your calendar note. What day is on the far right? Day number 7 is Saturday. By the way, the 7th day is the day of rest in Torah as well. I promise I won't steal your idea. Jen, you're not going to go fart in the church. You like Green Day? I like Green Day. The Jews want to rewrite history. Wow. Crispy. Do you have, let me ask you something, Crispy. Do you do anything outside of your church? Like, do you have circles of friends outside of your church? I'm not getting ready to come after you. I just want to know. Good. Do you talk to them about this stuff? And do they tell you that they enjoy talking about it? Do they tell you they enjoy those conversations, Crispy Bacon? Did the guy with the story come back? He's not here yet. Yes, I do. Green Day is one of the last real protest bands, which they would tour with Rage Against the Machine. Woo, what a concert that would be. Yes, they do tell you that they enjoy your talks about religion, huh? Chris, I think they're lying to you. I think they like you, and I think they're lying to you, though. There's never been uh, any place that I've ever been with any of my friends where we wax nostalgic about religion. That's what I'm saying, man. Look, you don't have to carry it with you all times. You can be a person without your church. You can go out and have a good time and not have to fellowship to people and feel like you have to give a message. Just go out and enjoy the company of other people. Try it sometimes. Religion and politics are the two things you should never bring up at a party, unless they're just really, really, really tight friends and you guys, that's your thing. Then I'm not going to tell you don't do it. I didn't tell you not to do it. I just want you to do other things too. Sometimes people get so focused on a mission, they're Christian. I thought you said I asked you that if they do you have any friends who aren't Christians? Did I not ask you that? Yeah. Do you have any friends that aren't Christians? Some racing, you're right, man. Green Day and Rage, that would be an amazing concert. Yeah, you're right. I agree 100%. Green Day is a protest band, 100%. There are other bands out there that still kind of mention things and do things, and that one of them would be Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters. You remember the time Foo Fighters trolled Westboro Baptist? Speaking of Westboro Baptist, Crispy Bacon, what do you think about Westboro Baptist, about their message? How they say no fags, they have the signs that they hold up, no gay people. All they try to do is antagonize people. What do you think about those guys that say you're going to burn in hell for being a fag? What do you think about that? It burns my beans. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like somebody talking through religion and being a hateful person. Even if you believe in all that stuff, uh, you don't have to fucking antagonize people. Not saying that you do. Horrible. They're no good. Never heard of them. You never heard of Green? Who was I talking about? Oh, Foo Fighters. You never heard of Foo Fighters? Come on, theme park. You've heard of Foo Fighters. Don't be funny. Never heard of Westboro Baptist. Westboro Baptist is a church over here where they go out and they like to say disgusting things like fags burn in hell, gay people are burning, God hates fags. They enjoy holding those signs up. Really just disturbing, disgusting stuff. Love gay people. Love them. I'm an ally. I got no problems with gay people. Oh, Jesus loves us all who are no good. Fuck that church. Oh, shit. Unum Frog, you've been bringing it, man. I've noticed you in here. Man. You're stepping up. We do have free will. Yes, we do. Good answer there. Crispy Bacon. Live and let live, right? As long as they're not coming after you trying to destroy whatever it is you're doing, we'll be okay. Mind your P's and Q's. Mind your own P's and Q's. Now I want to pull the farting in church video up. It's so funny. Holy cow. I can't believe that, Chris, you're not coming after me for blasphemy. Talking about farting in church. I thought you'd be all over me by now. Well, respect. Theme park. Have I ever been on a roller coaster? Brother, I probably got 200 rides to my credit, or on my credit. I don't know about 200, but I've been on a lot of roller coasters. Theme park. You want to know what my favorite roller coaster is? Theme park. Is that the next question? We're going to focus on theme park right now because he's got a nice little talking about theme parks. Asked if I've ever been on a roller coaster, and I'm pretty sure the next thing he's going to ask is what's your favorite roller coaster? I could be wrong. Maybe he's not going to do that. Oh, God damn it. I lost my vape pen. I'm sorry I used that word for any Christians that are in here. Uh, Sometimes I'll say words that I've had Christians in here. A few of my subs talk to me about certain words that I say. And oh, you don't want to know what I'm looking for, guys. I'm looking for my vape pen. I'll finish my thought in a second. Here it is. All right, guys, look. So I'm going to say this to you, Crispy Bacon. Sometimes I slip up and I'll say a word. And we have a fine young man in here under the name of Wolfie. And he's a real Christian. He's a Jesus Christian. He's not one of these fake TP USAers. He's a real Christian. Um, and he's talked to me many times. A few times he's texted me personally, or he sent me a message on Facebook, and he's told me, or on not on Facebook, on YouTube, and he's told me that he would appreciate it if I didn't use GD. Now that puts me in a spot because I'm a First Amendment guy, and it's difficult to tell a First Amendment guy that he shouldn't say something. But in this case, I respect and admire this man. His name's Wolfie, and so now if you'll hear me cursing, don't get me wrong, but if I ever do throw a GD out there, I'll let you know that slipped up. I'm fallible. I'm a human being. I don't want you to think that I'm directing anything at your religion or anything like that. Okay, so just know that. I think I've seen the video. Check out Tedeschi Trucks' version of Angel from Montgomery or Warren Hayes and Tedeschi Trucks. They're great. I know about those guys. All right, but we're talking about roller coasters. Y'all got me sidetracked. The Beast is your favorite. Yeah, you like the old Woodies, huh, Jen? You like the old Woodies. The Beast. I'm glad you mentioned that, Jen. The Beast is the roller coaster that ignited my passion for roller coasters. It blew my mind. I loved it. After I rode that, all I wanted to do was ride roller coasters. I was in my mid-20s, worked in a casino, making a little bit of money, enough for me to go out and go on roller coaster trips. But yeah, so I agree with you there, Jen. The Beast is very high up on my ranking too. It's not number one. It used to be number one. Something else took over the number one spot, and that would be the ledge. No, the Voyage. The Voyage. If you've never heard of the Voyage, little park. Not really a little park anymore. It's a big park now, called Holiday World in Southern Indiana. I highly recommend it to all of my viewers. If you are anywhere in that area, anytime during the summer, and you want an amazing theme park that's not going to rape you for your, I can't say that, that's not going to screw you over on prices, Holiday World's the place to go. Do not be intimidated with being in Santa Claus, Indiana, in the middle of a cornfield. Okay, this park has world-class roller coasters, and the Legend is a wooden roller coaster, the second longest in the world, behind the Beast, and it packs a wallop. If you've never seen a ride footage of it, look it up. Before that, I had for a while there was one called Lightning Rod, which I rode in Dollywood, and it was amazing. That was my number one. But then they took the launch hill off of it, and it kind of neutered the roller coaster. So it's not my number one anymore. I feel like there's a couple. Um, I feel like there's a couple that if I rode them right now, they would automatically go to the number one spot. And the two that I think would go to the number one spot. By the way, my second favorite roller coaster is Millennium Force. That's number two. But The other roller coaster I think would top that one would be there's two of them. The one that replaced Mean Streak at Cedar Point, I can't think of the name of it. It's a wooden launch coaster. It's a hybrid coaster. You know what I'm talking about. It's a bad boy. Bad boy. That one, if I rode that, I think it would be number one. And the other one would be at Busch Gardens, Tampa, Iron Gwazi. I just know. I've seen ride footage of it, and I know that if I got on Iron Gwazi, it would be my number one coaster. I just haven't had a chance to get on it yet. Best roller coaster park that I've been to is Cedar Point. It's not even close. Second best, I'm going to surprise you here. I actually think the second best is Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. They've got some amazing coasters. And Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. They're both great. So, yeah, thank you for talking about roller coasters, man. I love roller coasters. I wish I could go to Cedar Point. You and me. Good on you. Why press your luck? Hey, guys. What's up, Tyson? How you doing, buddy? Tyson, he hadn't been in yet, the guy that I was going to put on tonight. Still Vengeance. Thank you, Crispy Bacon. Yeah. I know that one would go up to the top. You know, there's one that's kind of underrated, that I love, and it's also at Cedar Point. I love Maverick. I think Maverick's a fantastic roller coaster. It's not the tallest, it's not the longest, just fun. The only one I remember is Mamba. Mamba was okay. I don't think Mamba's even there anymore. I think they took it out. Hey, Swan! Swan! Oh my gosh, it's like a family reunion tonight. I'm so excited to have you guys all in here. No, Beagle, get the fuck away. Did y'all see me shove her out of the way? If you had a Beagle, you would understand. I'm not being mean to her. She just, it's 8 o'clock and she hadn't eaten. Y'all know the routine. I haven't fed them. I really thought I was on top of the game tonight. I forgot to feed them tonight, and I wasn't high. So, oh, Mamba, yeah, yeah. No, Mamba's at Kansas City. I thought they had a Mamba in Cedar Point. My bad. I know the one you're talking about. I've ridden it, Lynn. I love it. I love it. We actually drove to Kansas City in 2000 or 2001 just to drive or to ride Mamba. Yeah, Worlds of Fun, underrated park. Not many trees out there the last time I went out there, but Mamba it's a good one. It's a good one. It's a top 10 coaster, I think. Have you seen the movie Crispy Bacon? Have you seen the movie The Man from Earth? Uh-oh. They're setting them up. Still Vengeance. Yeah, Still Vengeance. Busch Gardens is number one. Busch Gardens is amazing. Did the guy from yesterday with the story come back? He did not yet. Maverick is liked by enthusiasts, the enthusiasts in America. Yeah, it's fantastic. You get amazing airtime. The only thing that I don't like about Maverick, and I have this gripe about a couple of other roller coasters, there's a certain harness that you have to wear, and it's a harness that tightens up on you. You know what I'm talking about? I've there's a coaster at Dollywood, that big giant hanging coaster. Oh, I can't think of the name of it. They have a big wing coaster. They have a big wing coaster, which is kind of fun, except for the fact that the restraints by the end, if you're claustrophobic, there's a certain kind of roller coaster restraint that makes you feel very uncomfortable and can put you in a panic. So if you have, if you're claustrophobic, or if you just panic, if you're known to panic easily, uh, it's a it's under the seat thing. You fold the seat thing down and it's underneath it, and it fits to your chest and stomach. Now, once the ride, it feels okay, but once the ride starts, if you go around a loop or something and your body moves too much, that shit tightens up on you. I remember being Thunderbird. That's what it's called at Dollywood. I remember at the end of Thunderbird, my wife's freaking out. She don't like it. She's having a panic attack, and they're holding us because they're taking forever to get the trains back into the thing. And I remember having to reach over to her and comfort her because she was freaking out. And I'm not going to lie, it was making me freak out too. But then they release it once you get into the station. I don't like that. I don't like that, man. I like a restraint that is not gonna that I'm not gonna notice a lot. And if it's a headbanging coaster, nope, those ain't for me. You can have those. You stop going on roller coasters after you got vomited on. That's horrible, Lynn. I've been to Universal Studios, I think in California. Lots of fun there. I'd like to get out to California. If I ever make it out to California, knock on wood, then I'm gonna do all the theme parks. I'm gonna do Disneyland, their California one, whatever it is, the Universal Studios. I'm gonna do them all if I ever get to California. We are family. Yes, we are, Swan. I miss you. I miss you. I hope you've been good. I'm not mad at you. Guys, you're the type of people that if you disappear for 3 months, Swan hadn't disappeared for 3 months, but if you had and you came back, I'd be happy, just happy to see you. I don't need any reasons why. You could have 100 other streams that you like better than me, and that's okay. I'm just kidding with you, Swan. I know I haven't been coming on at night. That's the main reason you haven't been in here. Have you ever been to Americana, Songville? It no longer exists, but we went there a lot when I was young. Never heard of that one. SeaWorld has a few good ones as well. Yes, they do, Saltwater Cowboy. As a matter of fact, by the way, SeaWorld, wait, yeah, SeaWorld does, but I haven't been to SeaWorld in quite a bit. I was thinking Six Flags. I was going to give a shout out and props to Six Flags in San Antonio. If you guys have never been to that park and you're out in that area and you have a choice to go between the one in Dallas and the one in San Antonio, go to the one in San Antonio. You will not be disappointed. The entire park is down inside a quarry, and they have two roller coasters. One of them goes up on top of the quarry, and the other one goes through the quarry. And that one, what's that called? Iron Rattler? That's a top five coaster. It's one of those launched coasters like Iron Gwazi. I didn't even know they had that. I rode it the last ride one day. It was me and my wife with my little niece down there. She had come in from Memphis, and we took her to Six Flags. Never been. Didn't even know about that roller coaster. Got on it the last one, and it blew my damn mind. Iron Rattler. Amazing. It went into the wall of the quarry. Really cool. Okay. In England, there's a roller coaster called the Big Dipper, and it derailed. The park is Blackpool Pleasures. Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos on that park. I would love to get there one day. Uh, yeah, I know what you're talking about, theme park. I want to get over there. 103 years old ride. Geesh. Vest. Oh, Bathy, giving me 6 jewels. I love you so much, Bathy. Thank you so much for that. Vest restraints. Yes, I don't like those. I'm not a fan of those. I've been on a ride that's Indiana Jones themed. I don't remember what it's called. That was probably in California. It might have been Indiana Jones. They had that for the longest. I don't know if they still have it though. I think they might still have it in California. Valravn is really fun, but a lot of people dislike it for some reason. I've heard that one. I've probably seen a ride POV, but I can't remember it right now. Disney would land Universal, Disney World, Land, Universal Studios. Been to all three. That's awesome, Land. I worry that I'll never be able to afford to go to Disney World. I went to Disney World one time, and it was for a wedding. And the only park that I got to go to, I didn't get a hopper or anything, was at the time it was MGM Studios. But what's it called now? Shit. The part of Disney that has now has the Star Wars stuff. I went to that one. They had the great movie ride and all that stuff. That's how long ago it was. The Rock and Roller Coaster. It's a meh. It's all right. I like it. It's not one of my top 10 or even 20. But I love Tower of Terror. Tower of Terror was great. I think that's a fantastic ride. Um, but Lynn, yeah, I hope I'm able to before I leave this mortal coil. I would love to visit Disney World and Land, but they're pricing a lot of us out. Unfortunately, I loved Seattle Science Center. I bet that's cool as hell. They have a thing in St. Louis called City Park. Have you guys ever heard of that? And it's kind of like one of those science places, but you crawl through all these spaces and you wind up on the roof, and there's a bus hanging off the roof. I think it's called City Museum. I think. I wish I could give you more information, but if you're interested in science centers and stuff like that, look that one up because it's St. Louis has a really good one. Laser show's awesome. I got to go. It's like 2 a.m. in England. All right, theme park. I appreciate you, man. I hope you're still here. I want to let you know. I hope you hit that sub. If you did, I look forward to talking to you more. Okay. Good night, theme park. Good night, theme. Drive a car around Daytona is a badass ride. I took a car onto the beach in Daytona. What's funny is Daytona. I remember I'm in Memphis, so I'm about 7-8 hours from the beach. A little longer to Daytona, but if I wanted to get to to the Gulf Coast from Memphis, I have a way through Mississippi to get me to the beach in 7 hours. I'll be in Pensacola. But we used to go to spring break, and we went to the first year we went to spring break. We went to Daytona, and Daytona was cool. I didn't like their beach as much though because the sand was compacted. It wasn't powdery, and that bothered me. I didn't like that. Hang on, I'm working on Steve. I'm so sorry, guys. Uh, yeah, but it's cool. But I did notice that in Daytona Beach, that was the place where the northern schools went for spring break. Panama City was the school where the southern was the city where the southern schools went on spring break. I've been to both of them. I prefer Panama City, but would it be something I would do? Even the last 20 years? No, I wouldn't do it. When I was 20, it was fun. When I was 22, it was fun. I went to spring break for I don't know 3 or 4 straight years. Never really got into too many bad shenanigans, but I've got some stories. Got some funny spring break stories. Maybe one night we'll delve into those. Oh. Swan, I hope everything's good in your world. I hope everything's good in your world. Tyson, I hope everything's good in all your worlds. But Swan, have you met Lynn? Have you been in here since we've had Lynn? Because Lynn's become a regular, and I think you've met her before. I think you have. I'm not getting any of your chat. Ugh. All right, let's talk about some plans. Let's talk about some plans while I try to get situated where I'm not hurting my back. My dogs look like they want to kill me right now. They're literally so mad at Daddy. Guys, give me 15 more minutes, and I promise you, I will make your dinner. Okay, plans. It's gonna be cool in Memphis over the next 3 or 4 days, and by cool I mean low 80s. So I absolutely have to get to the zoo sometime over the next 4 days. I've got to do it. I want to do it, but it is a weekend, so part of me is hesitant. But School starts on Monday, so there's a good chance, like on Sunday, there probably won't be many people at the zoo. There's a real good chance on Monday there won't be any people at the zoo. So maybe we'll do it Monday. Well, we might do it Sunday. We'll have to figure it out. Probably not going to do it tomorrow. Uh, so we got that coming up. What else? I'm trying to think if we have anything political. Oh, tomorrow I'm going to go back up here to the polling station. I'm going to make a sign that says Liver Cheese 2020 or 2028 on one side, and the other side it's going to say Vote for Love. I know. I'm so damn cheesy. It's been raining here the last 3 days. It's not good. That sucks, Lynn. We got a lot of rain here today. Scared the crap out of my dogs. They're usually not afraid of rain. I had a feeling this morning, so I cut my shower short and the power went off right after I got out. There you go. Using that power for good there, Lynn. Swan, if you're in here, Lynn is Lynn, do you remember meeting Swan? Have you met Swan before? I think she may be gone, but have you met her? Just out of curiosity. Because you guys have a couple of similarities. Lynn's awesome. Yes. So I knew y'all met. I remember now. I remember you guys talking in here one night. Um, yeah, Swan, Lynn, we're getting more females in here. Swan, I'm telling you, man, the women are coming in. The women are coming in. They're all about this liver cheese love, brother. They're all about it. They want that love. They want love. That's all these women, man. They want positivity. They want to know that yes, we are going to be okay. And I feel it. I feel it. They come in here. It gives a different kind of vibe. You know, it gives a I don't know. I just love it. I love having women in here, and not because I'm a pervert. You guys know I've never said anything well, I can't say that. I might have said something off color a time or two. I'm not going to lie on myself, but I would never say anything in here to intentionally piss a woman off. I made it to 55 for a reason. I mean, you're terrible with names. Jen Jen, there she is. See, there's another one. There's Jen Jen. I got Swan Song, Jen Jen, and Lynn. I love it. It's not a sausage fest in here. Tyson. Tyson, I hadn't told him tonight about your basketball skills. I learned a little bit about Tyson a few days ago. Swan, a few days ago, I had another breakdown. You weren't in here. I had another breakdown. It was not good. It was not good. It wasn't good. But we got through it. Sausage and taco. Sausage and taco. Did you guys notice that today? I had a sign today. It said, I like tacos. And the one guy who interacted with me, man, he was I didn't even guys, I promise you, I was not trying to troll that guy with a taco sign. I just picked up a sign on the way out and wrote, I like tacos. I thought it was funny. I wasn't thinking about Taco Man, but this red hat over there, he probably thought I was making fun of Trump. So he comes over and he's like, what does taco mean? What do you mean by taco? And did y'all hear what I told him? Lynn, you heard him. I told him, I said, what do I mean by my sign? I like beef and cheese stuffed into a floury pillow that's called a taco. I like those. So here I am telling the world I like tacos. He didn't want to talk to me after that. He thought I was a fucking nut. Yeah, I've been feeling pretty good, Swan. The thing that happened the other day, Swan, it was more. It wasn't a. It. I mean, it probably could have been a depression kind of thing, but it was more. A lot of things happened at the same time. I was fighting with the missus, and when I fight with her, I I'm not good. I don't like fighting with her. So that's what happened. Tyson came in, talked to me. We had a long conversation, talked about a lot of great things, and he just wanted to make sure I wasn't thinking of doing something harmful. Um, we talk about that in here. I mean, it's a real thing. We don't shy away from it. Taco burrito, what's that coming out of her speedo? You're in trouble, big trouble. SNL skit, the poser. No, tomorrow I'm just gonna. I don't know. I hope I would like to get a little conversation with somebody tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want things to get heated. I don't want to get. I don't. I don't like confrontation's not fun for me, but a good debate with somebody. And they weren't taking the bait today. I tried to bait them a couple of times and they weren't taking it. Did you notice that, Lynn? I'd walk past a Marsha Blackburn sign and I would say out loud what a piece of crap she was. How she and they all heard me. I know they did, but they didn't want any of it. They were like, "No, I'm not messing with him. I'm not messing with him." Not that I'm not saying I'm a badass or anything like that, guys. I don't want you to think that. But you see me, and right now I actually look halfway normal besides the glasses. But if I've got a stupid hat on or a cool hat and colorful clothes, generally people are either very interested to talk to me or they're like, I'm not going near that guy. That guy's not right. He doesn't look like all of us. How dare him have that giant beard and that hair and that nasty ass hat and those stupid Elvis sunglasses. Yeah, they weren't taking it, Lynn. I was a little disappointed with that. I would have liked a little debate today. Yep. And the sign says long haired hippie people need not apply. So I pulled up my hair and I went inside to ask him why. He said you look like a fine young man, it's true. Something, something. So I took off my hat and said, imagine that. Me working for you. Oh, signs everywhere. The signs fucking up the scenery, breaking my mind. Do this, don't do that. Can't you read the signs? Fantastic song. Wow. Every time I really think about that song, it kind of blows my mind. It's a fantastic song. Everything about it, the message, everything, beautiful. And if I remember right, Lynn is a West Side gal too. Washington, right? Yeah, yeah. All you critical thinking women out there on the West Coast. I don't know where Jen. You probably told me where you're from. I probably forgot it. What's your favorite musical artist right now? Ghost. Ghost is my favorite musical artist right now, followed by Billy Strings. I love those two. If you mean like current artist, those are the two. Ghost and Billy Strings. Eclectic mix. They don't really go together, but such is life. We should be eclectic. Five-man electrical band from Canada. Yeah, that's who originally did Song, right? Or Signs. I grew up in Washington State, but I'm living in Kansas. I follow Dorothy. Oh, Dorothy, we're not in Kansas anymore. Southwest Ohio. Yeah, Southwest Ohio. That's right. I like my Ohio gals. I think they're splendid people. I remember, man, being raised in the South. It was a huge mystery to me, and I always thought that Northern women were they were these enigmas that I didn't associate with them. I didn't know how they talked. I didn't know how they were as people. They were kind of intimidating to me. They heard my voice, and I felt like a lot of them thought I was really dumb. So I'd lose a lot of my confidence when I talked to the northern women. I shouldn't have been that way because they weren't thinking that. I'm in Oregon. He likes Lady Gaga and glitter. Lady Gaga's all right. She's uber talented. Do I listen to her music? No, but if I ever decided to pick up her catalog, I used to listen to her a little bit, her first album. But if I went and listened to her catalog, I would understand, amazingly talented person. Maybe the music's not quite for me, but that's okay. I can also see that she's clearly very talented. One of the most talented musicians out there, vocalist out there. One of the most talented vocalists in the country. What do you think of Iran? I don't think much of it, Carl. I think that we need to be home. I think I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of hearing about war. I'm tired of our men and women being put in harm's way by billionaires. I'm just sick of it. Overall, just tired of it. Wanting us to stand up and fight back and say we're done with it. You look doing weeds for 24 hours, finding wild things where they're hidden. No, I hadn't been doing weed for 24 hours. Not yet. I've been doing a lot better on the gummies. We're running short on gummies. We're running short on them. They're now illegal. The gummies that they're not illegal. They just don't sell them in high doses. So I kind of taking it easy on the gummies until we can get up to Missouri, where the gummies are the good ones are legal, and we'll bring them right back down here. All right, what do we got? My dad's family's from Washington State, mostly the Native American Irish side. Nice. You got some Irish. I'm Irish too. I got a little Irish in me. I'm Irish German. Did y'all hear that? What do you mean? Did y'all hear that? Of course you heard that. We have a Bayne Beagle. Hey, that's a little silly. That's a little silly. Calm it down. Dial it back just a little bit. Yeah, I'm part Irish and part German. What a great combination, huh? Okay, who is Lady Gaga? I thought she was a porn star. No, she's not a porn star. She's a musician. I remember watching her documentary. Anybody ever see her documentary? She comes out one day. The reporter's out with the documentarian is out by the pool waiting on her, and she just strolls out topless and sits down and starts talking to him while he's filming. And I'm like, okay, Lady Gaga, I appreciate the openness and free spiritedness that you are. She's definitely a free spirit. My great grandpa was Tom Petty was top 10 in the 80s. Love Tom Petty, man. I'm a petty, what would they call a petty fan? I'm a sweaty petty. It makes no sense. Tom Petty was amazing. Huge influence in my life, without a doubt. One of my probably top 5 influences was Tom Petty. Tom Petty, Prince, Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley. I hate to do a top 5. There's so many of them out there. Lady Gaga is a demon. It's just a joke. Why do you think Lady Gaga is a demon? Smokey, what are you talking about? What did Lady Gaga do to you? Did she come over and knock over your checker set? Why are you mad at Lady Gaga? Or you just don't like her music? What is it? Be honest. Be honest, you sexist bastard. Bye, Swan. Swan leaving? Heading out. Much love to all. Remember to take some time and create your own happiness. Beautiful. We love you, Swan. We love you. We know you're a very busy person, but we love it when you come in. Try to come in more often. Swan, if you're available tomorrow during the day, come check out my. I'll be doing a stream over there. I don't know what time I'm going to do that, but should be a beehive of activity over there. I would guess around noon, 1 o'clock. Maybe I'm going to come on tomorrow. Spend a little more time over there today. I was hot as balls out there today. And maybe we'll have some good political discourse. Maybe you'll get to see Liver Cheese react live to a person and talk to them about politics. By Swan, even though even I thought Donald Trump was actors and British, a comedian who worked in Ronald McDonald's and McDonald's commercial. Oh. So you had somebody over there who looks like, or you saying Donald Trump looks like Ronald McDonald? Petty files. No, wait, that ain't right. Petty files. See you, Swan. Oh, I'm not laughing at see you, Swan. I'm laughing at the petty files. I am gonna have to get off in a minute and feed my dogs. If my wife came home and realized I hadn't fed my dogs by 9 o'clock, I'd be she'd kick my ass. Lady Gaga sold her soul. Lots of info about it. Oh, Smokey. Smokey, you say there's a lot of information out there that Lady Gaga sold her soul. Y'all stop messing with me, man. That's not a real comment, Smokey. Smokey, that's not a real comment. I'm in Texas. Georgia women are super duper hot. My wife's from Marriott, Georgia. Lived there, moved back to Texas, then moved back and met my wife. You know, Robert. Growing up, man, I was always taught Southern women are the hot ones. Hang on, got to sneeze. This thing's making me sneeze. Yeah, I was always told that growing up, and I think for a while I believed it. Not so much anymore. I don't believe in that stuff. I think that there are beautiful women all over the country. I don't think any area of the country has any any license on beautiful women. Number one, and number two, beauty is so subjective. It's a very subjective term. You know what I mean? I could like women that traditional people wouldn't consider beautiful. There's a lot of people out there who like people that aren't traditionally considered beautiful. There's a lot of women out there who fall in love with men for this instead of this. There needs to be more men out there who fall in love with this instead of this. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think there's beautiful women everywhere, and I also challenge that term beauty, because beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and I'm really tired of telling our little girls that this is the standard that you have to have. That pisses me off. I don't like that. No, it's not the standard you have to have. If you want to be a little tomboy, then you go be a little tomboy. If you don't want to put your hair up in pigtails, don't put your hair up in pigtails. If you want to wear a baseball hat, wear a baseball hat. All right? You be you. This idea that we, poor women in the United States of America, poor women, they got this high standard they have to match. I can't even imagine having to think about putting on makeup. You imagine me trying to put on makeup every day, bro? I'd go outside the house. I would be so I couldn't do it. I would be I wouldn't have enough patience to do it every day. So I had mad respect for you guys. I wish you didn't have to do it. You don't have to do it. I love it. My wife came out the other day from work, and she was like, "Today's the first day I didn't wear any makeup. That was the day we fought." And and I'm going to tell you something, man. I I I just thought she was so beautiful without makeup. And I know you guys are like, "Oh, liver cheese being such a lying son of a bitch." No, man. I honestly, man, when a woman or a man, when a woman or a man, it doesn't matter, woman or man, if you're confident in your skin, that's hot as shit, man. That's hot as shit. Always has been for me. If somebody's a very confident person, I love it, man. I love every bit of it. Love it. I don't care if you look like Abdullah the Butcher. Okay, if you have a kind soul, I will find something to like about you. Yeah, it's when you get older and you've advanced and progressed in your life, you look back and you're a little ashamed of your actions. You can be a little ashamed thinking, I used to be a guy that, I had a woman had to look a certain way or I wouldn't even talk to her. She had to be under a certain weight or I wouldn't even talk to her. And I look back at that and I go, but I was a kid. Today I'm a lot different. I would want to be attracted to somebody, don't get me wrong, but I also understand now that you can be very attracted to this. Very attracted to it. When you're on the same wavelength with somebody, when you guys are mentally in the same place, uh that's magic. You know what I mean? That's good stuff. That's good stuff. I only wish that for every viewer out there. I hope that you find somebody or you're currently with somebody that you can 100% be yourself. I only wish that for every single person. Everybody deserves it. We all deserve that. And I hope that if you've never found it, that you will find it. I'm pulling for you. I don't care if you're 89 years old. If you still, want to have a connection with somebody, I want you to find that person that's right for you. Gosh, I sound like an infomercial tonight, or not an infomercial. I sound like a. I don't know what I sound like. I don't like it though. I don't like it. If I hear words coming out of my mouth and it sounds too buzzwordy, then I feel like I don't know. Forget I said it. Forget I said it. I just want to be honest with you guys. I want to be as open as I can. Yes, I lost my vape pen again. All right, guys. Anything? Look, I've been terrible reading the comments tonight, guys. Really terrible. Really terrible. I agree. Beauty is deeper than skin deep. We were having a conversation, Frog, that you weren't a part of. So please kindly shut the fuck up. Jesus, guys. He sees the comments. I do see the comments. I don't see all of them though, Grace. Sometimes I'll get very far behind and I'll just try to peruse them and I'll miss a valuable comment. And if I do that, I'm not doing it intentionally. I promise you. See, I'm trying to catch up. Wow, I'm way behind. What time is it? 8:30. These are all from 8:33, and I ain't even read them. Man, I need to quit smoking this THC thing. Have fun, Swan. I love Taylor Swift songs. She was my pet singer. My pet singer, though she became a whore. Then I stopped listening to her, though I realized she was prostitutized by Jews. What? Oh my God. Oh Guys, I would highly suggest that if you don't have your own YouTube channel and you want entertainment, start a YouTube channel and do live feeds. You're going to get some of the most interesting comments you'll ever see in your life. Maybe it's just my stream. It's funny how when you hear something, you don't believe it actually immaculately, very real. I don't usually just say things unless I know about them. But that was 45 years ago. I don't wear makeup, and people think I'm still in my 20s. LOL. Really, really, Lynn. Hmm. Do tell. I don't wear makeup, and people think I'm in my 80s. If you are uninformed about a subject, it doesn't make it untrue. Stevie Nicks or Serial Crow? Stevie Nicks or Sheryl Crow? I don't have a problem with either of them. Cheryl's okay. My wife hates Sheryl Crow for some reason. I've never understood why. She's not a fan. Stevie Nicks, amazing. I like both of them though. Um, they're both extremely talented. You're not going to ask me to tell you which one I think is more talented because I think they're both incredibly talented. I like both of them. All I want to do is have some fun. You automatically said I was sexist. What? No, I didn't. Perhaps Smokey, but that does not mean what you heard were not lies. Wild accusation. In my resting bee face, I didn't get any wrinkles as a 42-year-old. I got to pick it up. I'm being way too damn slow. This is often where he picks something dumb to talk about and skips all my comments. Smokey, do you not understand that I'm sucking on a THC vape pen here, brother? Don't take things so personally, man. I'm a little high. Okay, I can't. Sometimes when I'm that way, I can't focus on everything, man. It's nothing against you, Smokey. Relax, calm down. Oh, good God, people. I never intentionally don't read your comments, Smokey. And I'm offended that you think I do that. I'm just kidding. I'm not offended by it. You can think that, but I'm not doing it. All right, I'm going to continue on. I'm going to try to go real quick, guys. If I miss you, I'm sorry. Dude, he isn't looking at comments. Stop taking it personally. I agree. Beauty is deeper than skin deep. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. We weren't having a conversation for all that you weren't part of. So please calling, shut the fuck up. Okay, now we're there. He sees the comments. Now we're there. Beauty fades, but personality is forever. LOL. Great comment. I'm going to show that one. So, yes, he's skipping comments for real. Some long winded trivia stuff. Oh, come on, man. Smokey, quit bagging on my content. I'm bringing you the trivia stuff. That is my game, man. Don't come in here and make fun of my game. That's mine. That's mine. I get it. It's not the most professional operation in the world, but that's part of it. That's part of the channel, man. You never know what you're going to see in here. Part of it. That's by design. I promise you. Smokey, why the hell do you get so fucking defensive the second I post something out that you don't like, or you're not the only person here? It's not a one-way conversation. AJ, he always made clear if you want to spew hate, super chat it. Yes, very good, AJ. Very good. Because you need to step out. Y'all calm down, guys. Smokey, calm it down. Y'all stop. Who the hell do you think you are saying I need to step out? You just got in here. You're better. Fuck off. Oh my God. Oh my God. Grab battles. Battles. Like, what the hell? Thank you for making the world so much more beautiful. Thank you for being a beautiful person, Casey. I love you very much. No one can sell their soul. The Bible makes clear we do not own our souls. Lucifer made to see folks, but he can buy shit. Stevie Nicks is a witch too. What the Smokey? Stop it, bro. You talking about the landslide here, man. Don't be talking about the creator of Landslide. Stevie Nicks didn't do nothing to you, man. She's just a gypsy. She's a free gypsy, bro. If you don't understand that lifestyle, then it's okay. Maybe you could try it. Be a gypsy, Smokey. Try it sometimes. It's fun. Can't. You're accusing random people of being demons. Like, I'm not saying that she doesn't have flaws, like having a ton of money, but you're either trolling or just weird as hell. This is fun. Hey, Smokey, do you hate women? Time to come out the closet, bro. Robert getting in on the action. You're the world's best. No, I'm not. You are. Uh, you read to rewind and listen to you saying I am sexist was your initial reaction to my Gaga comment. So what, man? It's an opinion, bro. Even if I did say you were sexist, all you got to say is fuck off. I'm not. Did you say that? If I said something to you, if you think I called you sexist and you told me fuck off, I'm not, I would definitely understand the comment and I would respond to it. Those people in chat earlier were so hateful they were scaring me. Grace, yeah. Are you talking about the political chat earlier or earlier tonight? Today's been a weird one, man. We've gotten a lot of trolling today. A lot of trolling today. Part of that's because of me. Because of me, I came in hot this morning, and then I went and did a political thing. So I mean, part of it's me. They love to come after me. Grace, it's okay though. I promise you, they don't get to me. Sometimes it seems like they do, but they really don't. Those people in chat. Okay, go learn something, children. Oh my goodness. Earlier today. Okay, you're right, Grace. I didn't read much of it, Grace. I bet they were ripping the shit out of me. That's okay. I'm laying low with my opinions. I'm new here. Jen, you can be loud. You can be loud and proud. You can be loud and proud, even if it hurts my feelings. It's okay. Don't be afraid to hurt Liver Cheese's feelings. I'll still love you. Oh, for fuck's sake, Smokey, go back to your evangelical ripoff artist. Not every music artist travels to the crossroads in Mississippi and makes a deal with the devil. Oh, I love you guys. You're amazing just the way you are. No, you are. I said trivial, not trivia. Okay. I thought you were talking about my trivia show. Sorry, Smokey. My bad. Miscommunication. I know there's a difference. I know there's a difference, and I just admitted it. Smokey is a closeted troll. LOL. But what I don't understand, Robert, is why would you abuse yourself like that? I mean, at night, man, I'm gonna have my subs in here, and my subs are gonna defend me. In the daytime, I get it. Kamala 2028. Mr. Mike Ruderman said that. Stevie Nicks has a beautiful voice. She does. She does. She has a beautiful soul too. Beautiful hair too. Yes. Dude, these all facts I'm saying. You have some catching up to do. Okay. No, they're not facts. They're lies and conspiracy. Stevie Nicks has been with for a very long time. Try looking into it instead of saying I'm lying. You say she's been a witch for a very long time. Well, I mean, what's a witch? What's a witch, Smokey? I mean, a witch can be anything. A witch doesn't necessarily have to be something evil that's causing curses and mixing potions up and stuff like that. A lot of people that are, what do you call them? We used to have a bunch of these guys in here. The naturalists, the people who, it's called something else though. Can't think of the name of it. The nature people, the religious nature people. For some reason, it's slipping my mind right now. But they haven't been in here in a while. Hopefully, I didn't make those people mad. Yeah, I mean, they used to call women witches back in the day and burn them up, Smokey. And we clearly know now that no, there were no witches that actually exist. That back then they were just burning up women who had radical ideas. Like, I don't know, maybe women should be allowed to talk and not have to fucking cook and have babies 24/7. Yeah, they were called witches and they were burned at the stake. Poontang Friday. You guys are in the dark on a lot. LOL. Conspiracy. Smokey, not saying you're lying, saying that the leader of a church in a funny hat is lying, and you are believing it. Very good comment there, AJ. You're not talking about him. You're talking about the people who are trying to take advantage of him. Too much supernatural. Was Taylor Swift at the crossroads? Revelation 2 and 3 describe 7 churches, all teach Christ's name, but only 2, Smyrna and Philadelphia, find favor with God. Smyrna and Philadelphia. Do you really think those people are not put out there to sell you a message? Mormons, morons, LOL. There's a lot of deception in false churches than more deception in false churches than in the music industry. Go protect Joel Osteen. Wiccan. Thank you, Grace. Wiccan. A wiki, 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 wiki. There used to be a song called Jam on It. A witch could be anything. Laugh my ass off. How do you think God looks at that subject? Well, if I believed in your God, then you know, I don't know. I know that God would be very upset at what he's seeing in America right now, because there's a lot of people worshiping a golden calf. That I do know. He wouldn't be happy about that. I know you are, but what am I? Person yellow, podium blue, person yellow, podium blue, person yellow, blue, person yellow, podium blue. Especially the single ones. Doesn't mean witches don't exist. Yeah, that I missaid that. I missaid that. Collectibles. I didn't say anything at the time, but I in my head I was like, I shouldn't have said it that like that. No, I think they exist. Collectibles, but I don't think it's a traditional sense like green people stirring up potion. It's not a Hollywood kind of witch. You guys are so lost, man. I feel bad for your ignorance, but I suppose it's blissful for you. I hate, man, you, Smokey. Why are you doing this to yourself, brother? You don't have to do this to yourself, man. I hate it when my fellow Christians attack secular music, but allow Hen Austin and pop off to steal tithings. Stevie Nicks is not trying to mislead anyone or take money. Good point. Haha. Smokey, tell me something. You are a troll or you truly just this stupid? Oh, Frog going. So many lost ones in PCs. Frog, you're the stupid one. Okay. Oh, we made it. We made it. We made it to the end. All right. Look, guys. Smokey, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, brother. Take a deep breath. Don't get mad at Liver Cheese for telling you to take a deep breath. Okay? Don't get mad when I do that. I just I want everybody. I mean, y'all can argue. I don't have a problem with y'all arguing. Um, I really don't. It's a part of public discourse. Just try to keep it as civil as possible. Beagle, if you don't get the hell out of here. And did you steal my vape? Did you steal my vape? You're all NPCs. Just so you know, there's no such thing as a good witch, buddy. I disagree there. I disagree there. I disagree. I think there's good witches. Sorry. It's okay, Robert. We can disagree. Smokey sounds like a mega Zionist who prays to King Dumpy Trump. You're the only moron here. You're also a blatant narcissist who thinks he's better than everyone else. Go outside and touch some fucking grass. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Smokey, what's an NPC? I think he's talking about the characters in video games that don't really do anything. Like in Grand Theft Auto, the ones that they're not, they're just background. I touch more grass than you guaranteed. Wow. Get in the ring. Get in the ring. There is no good witch. It's all fucking demonic. You serious? Look. Oh my God. Smokey. I love you, brother. I got to get out of here, guys. I hate to do it because I got to find my vape and I got to feed my dogs. Uh, it's been an interesting night. We hadn't really done too much fun stuff. I was waiting on the guy to come back tonight. We were supposed to have an interview tonight with the guy. He didn't. He didn't come back, and that's okay. That's okay. Maybe he got busy, or maybe he just didn't want to do it. Regardless, it's okay with me. It's okay with me. I would never put somebody into a situation that they weren't ready to talk about. But we did have somebody. I spent most of the today outside. Here we go. Smokey, I am a Christian. I recognize evil exists in the world. Christian, we're supposed to look out for each other first and foremost. Musicians make music, but the many false pastors in this world are what we are supposed to deal with first and foremost. Good and evil are subjective. B, go read a book, Smokey. I walk barefoot most of the day. What are we? What are we talking about, guys? Come on, man. I'm more of a man than you today. I walk barefoot. God, I mean, dang it. I walk barefoot. I walked 15 miles to school today through the snow barefoot. I'm a man. You're not. I'm sorry. I'm just poking, having some fun with you guys. All right, man. Yeah. Tomorrow, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll go across the street. We'll have a good time. I'll try to read the chat more than I did today. And it was a good stream. We had 40 people in there most of the time. I didn't read the chat maybe a couple of times. I'll try to pay more attention tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be more ready. That was a spur of the moment thing today. I wasn't able to pull anybody in to have some good content created. So we'll try it again tomorrow. And when I say good content, I don't want any fighting. I don't want any of that stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not there to antagonize. I would like if somebody would come over and talk seriously to me about politics if they want to, because I think it would be good for you guys to see. Because you hear me in here spewing politics to you guys more than I probably should. And you rarely have seen me talk politics to somebody on camera. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. frog, frog, ending with that one. That's good stuff, man. I love you guys. Thank you all for hanging out, man. Even you, Smokey. Smokey, relax. It's a little dust up. Everything will blow over. Everybody will be okay. Everybody will be okay. Chris, you didn't have to do that. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat earlier. That was pretty nice. I appreciate it. Bathy, thank you for. I know neither of you are probably still here, but thank you for the jewels. That means a lot to me. I'm going to go ahead and end it like we always do, guys, by telling you. Remember, it's not red versus blue. It's the 1% up top versus you. I know you're tired of hearing it, but we got to flood the airwaves with that. We hit 4,700 today. I tried my ass off to knock it back down to 46.99. I told quite a few people that I didn't think the channel was really right for them. Just because I don't know. Why would you want to make yourself angry all day, every day? If you think, I don't know, some people stay here that disagree with everything I say. And that's okay. I appreciate that. I thank you for that. I don't know what my point is. That THC vape pen starting to talk to me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. But with that being said, I'm going to roll out of here, guys. Have a great night. I wish all of you only the best. I only want the best for all of you, and get a good night's sleep. And let's, if you have big plans this weekend, I hope you have a lovely time. If you don't have any plans, you can always join me, and we'll hang out like the losers we are. No, I love you all very much. You have a wonderful night. Okay, guys. Till next time, CTG is out of here.